Action. All the fun and all the games, they all start here with All Stars Cricket. All new experiences for everyone. All over the country. Every session is all-out action all the time. All are welcome, all invited. Even mums and dads. Skills, friendships, smiles, dreams. It all happens here. All you need is delivered right to your door. Best of all, it even has your name on it. All the activators are fully trained. And all they want is for us to have a great time. Always. Tap, ball, catch, throw. Try it all. It's time to go all in, all together. And it all starts with All Stars. All you need to get started is at allstarscricket.co.uk.
This holiday at Dynamo's Cricket.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and Now 365, amplifying brands in the UK.
And it's time for the pyrotechnics as Surrey take to the field. As you can see, Middlesex batting first, winning the toss and electing to post here in this early Sunday start. It's blazing heat for the Blasts, and it's usually red hot on the field whenever these two come head to head. Middlesex looking to bounce back from defeat on Friday against Kent, and Surrey looking to pick up on their opening victory at the Oval against Lancashire. I'm Kevin Hand, bringing you the live stream for Middlesex in association with Dafabet. And as you can see, we are nearly ready to go. The fireworks going off. There were fireworks from this man. But his 50 back in the Middlesex side, Rossington, not good enough. for Middlesex to claim the spoils against the Spitfires on Friday night here. Bank holiday weekends at Lord's, to the London Derby early on a Sunday. There's a certain matter happening later as well as Middlesex women taking on Leicester. Also the English Premier League coming to a close today, so football having this one pushed a little earlier in the day. Now, news of the teams, we'll go through them in full in a moment, but it looks as though Reece Topley is ready to go already. 2 slips in place. There's a deep third and a deep square, deep backward square in place. One change for Middlesex very quickly. Seb Morgan has picked up a knock, and it is Josh De Carey's coming in to take his place. Middlesex otherwise unchanged. For our broadcasting cousins to let us know that we can get going here at Lords, which might give me time to tell you the Surrey team as well. So we can. So, Surrey are Jason Roy, Adam Thomas, Ollie Pope, Sam Curran, the skipper, Laurie Evans keeping, Dan Lawrence, Tom Curran, Jordan Clark, Sean Abbott, Yusuf Majid. Man in your screen, getting us underway, Reece Topley. Holden dabbing this one into the offside, and no run to begin, so Holden takes strike first up against Topley. Rossington at the other end. Yeah, they started matters quite nicely on Friday, these two. The Middlesex side in full with that one change. Adam Rossington keeping wicket, Max Holden, Liz deployed the skipper, Ryan Higgins, Caleb Faulkner, Josh De Carey's coming in, Holman, Gohar, Bosch, Helm and Cornwell. Oh, that's got away from everybody. 4 wide signal by the umpire. It's a useful start for Middlesex to get them going. These two opened up with a partnership of 61 in Middlesex's 1-8-1 for 8. 27 shy of their target on Friday. Open face from Holden as far as backward point. Yeah, Holden was 20 of those. Court Rogers, Bold Milnes, Rossington making 79. Back at Middlesex with Joe Cracknell. Injured due to a broken finger. Davies also unavailable at the moment. To grab that 6 in a famous Middlesex victory at the Oval a couple of seasons ago. Sharp. Here's the first boundary off the bat, thumped in front of point. A little bit of width. Topley, a whole lot of back from Holden. Driven, a quick single. Leg side now. What did he get on that? Interesting to see what the umpire signals. Runs it is. Fine deflection. It's battle gloves though. It's glove. So Middlesex were set 208 for 6 on this pitch on Friday evening. Falling 27 runs shy. 181 for 8. The next high score after Holden's 20, both Deploy and Morgan made it as far as 19. Morgan unbeaten. Indeed, when Deploy departed at 89. Well, they were 89 for 1 with 1 ball left to the 8th. They looked pretty good at that point for Middlesex, but a ton of wickets followed. Shaying around, but good opening over for Middlesex. Boundaries are plenty. Ball as well. 16 without loss. It's the opening over after winning the toss. Surrey played Lancashire at the Oval on Friday. Won by 59 runs in that one. Close to 213 for 6. Been put in by Lancashire at the Oval. 45 from Roy, 49 unbeaten from Curran at the last of 20 balls. 30s for Thomas Pope and Sam Curran. Tom Curran, 1 for 18 off 3 on Friday. Here he goes from the nursery end at Lords. Nice start. Draws Rossington into a drive that wasn't really there outside off. The length, probably. Thinking a cut. Yeah, Topley 2 for 27 from his 4. Curran 1 for 18 from his 3 on Friday. Abbott 1 for 37 from 3. Jeep 3 for 32 from 40. And Clark 2 for 23 from 2.1 as Lanks bowled out for 154. Indeed, that was a bit of a comeback from Lancashire on Friday. They were reduced to 49 for 5. Well, they were 0 for 2. Jennings and Hurst gone. And then 49 for 5, but Green and Coughlin got going. 35 for Green, 37 for Coughlin, but too little too late. So Rossington's return for Middlesex, a 50 on Friday. Something of a fairy tale really this for Rossington late in his career, although he's only 33 still. Clipped out to deep square, checking it somewhat though, as could have whipped that down the throat of the deep square fielder. First run of the over, 3 dots to begin from Curran. Good start this. Arsenal shirt in the background there. As will be on a certain trophy lifts in South London, not far from the Oval indeed. Selhurst Park. This afternoon on the final day of the Premier League. Just dropping the single. Oh, desperately want a boundary to get out of this over, Middlesex. Although it was such a prolific first over. They'll be pragmatic about this delivery, play it on merit. Slip in place for Surrey. Deep point and deep square, the 2 set back. No jackets in the pavilion today, and that's because of the temperatures that gentlemen will not be required to wear blazers today. Look at that go. Bit of movement there from Curran. That loss after 2. Let's have a look and see where and when this went. Surface, a little bit of late swing there perhaps as well. from the pavilion end. See those seats up front behind Clark there, it's amazing, I've only just noticed it. Everybody's in the shade as best they can be today. Every little bit of shade is packed at Lord's. Start from Clark into the hip of Holden. Oh, now, how did that get through? Looks as though there's a bit of purchase in this surface for the Surrey bowlers here to begin with. And the bounce is done for him. Yeah. In some ways it saves him because it goes over the top of leg. It may have got through anyway. Passing down the side, or it would have clipped on the way through. But good bounce for Clark. Holden something to think about here. Will he charge? Nope, he waits and he slams it into the air and he might get away with it. It's going to land safe. Deep square. Comes up to deep mid-wicket. Mid-wicket retreating, neither of them able to get there. I don't know which way he'd go with it. Whether it would be to try to get to the pitch and go hard with the ball into the onside, but he waited in his crease. See, his little trigger is just to move forward out of the crease, both feet, bang down the track, a long way. Now leading edge, just Simon gone. Oh wow, Curran's put it down, has he? I'm pretty sure that carried. Clark being impressed. Holden mightily relieved, it's dollied up. Oh wow. Well, that is one for the records. Tim Curran does not put those down, nobody does really. It's a rare shocker from Curran. Single taken. Making sure he gets everything behind that, but it goes no further than just for the single. Clark will feel he should have had Holden twice in this over now. The top edge that landed safe, the leading edge straight to the fielder. Six it out boundary since the ultimate ball of the opening over. The bowls well played. End of the third, Middlesex have won the toss here at Lord's. They're 21 without loss. Solid start, 7 and over from these two. Now, here's the game today for the fans. Everybody, as you can see there, is cramming into the shade as best they can. If there's a bit of sun on the stand, it's avoid it as best. In terms of your seats, you can see just the bottom tier of the grandstand there, exactly the same picture. It is packed in the shade. There's not a spare seat in the house if it's in shade today. Example of soaring temperatures. It's in capital. Short and pulled, and fabulous stop. They should get back for 2 here, and they do. Tumbling effort on the ropes from Thomas. It's a big boundary for to protect. Also downhill as well. So it isn't hard like that, it can kick on. Opening up again, Holden. He opened up the gate as well. Curran gets through it, but Doesn't get the wicket. Watch that line of the off stump. Bounce saved him against Clark in the previous over, but I did fancy that it might have been going down leg anyway, or missing leg in terms of the line, let alone the height. Similar effort from Holden attempted this time. Just fine of the fielder. Holden had to really work with that one. He factored it well in the end. Gone across. Bowler followed him. He's only just scooped it fine of Topley. Carried in terms of the distance it travelled, but the line was fine enough from Holden, fine of the short fine leg. Inside edge this time. Topley with the chase, he won't get there, back-to-back boundaries. That's a good start, backward point. It's in there, low to his right. That's another boundary. Just sending who? Long leg wider. Long leg and deep backward square are the two back. See how short the boundary is to the offside, so around the wicket he's going to try and keep it very, very straight. To Holden here. Strokes by Holden, expecting it, trying to play off the stumps, backing himself to play off the stumps. He did, but he couldn't break that offside. Fields, so 4 done, 31 without loss. Well, very little choice of seats in there today, whether it's the shade or the sun. It's packed in the pavilion. You see the bottom left there, it's the furthest part away from the pitch. So it's the one area. It's in isolation. These two gentlemen sitting down seem to have elected for. Clark again at the pavilion end, back-to-back overs for him. Similarly for Curran at the nursery. It was Topley that had started at the pavilion. Backside. Gets away with it to some extent. Same setup, even from the pavilion ends. Protect the offside with that Fields up in the circle to try to stop any inside-out shot, but everything here from Clark will be on a straight line to the right-hander. There's a deep square out of shot and a deep backward square. So I'd expect it to be there or thereabouts all the way into the stumps, asking the batter to score. We saw a couple that slipped past leg from Holden, and similarly here, that one's not gone over, it's gone in between the pads and the stumps. Washington's approach will be interesting. He'll be looking to target that onside. He'll feel he's missed out there. Wide, going for the slower ball. We saw this on Friday night from Tom Helm in particular when he came on to bowl for Middlesex, that the line is almost immovable with the pitch where it is here at Lords. Your right arm over to the right hander, then you're just bowling at the stumps. You know, you're mixing up the lengths, short, full and a length ball, mixing up the pace. There we go, Fuller onto the stumps again. Washington won't like these dot balls stacking up. Holden looks full of nervous energy at the non-striker's end, champing at the bit. no doubt. Now, there's 2 set back, and he stopped it, but he hasn't taken the catch. It was a good piece of work there on the ropes by Thomas. Pushed it back in. His mate was nowhere near him to be able to come around and complete the catch, but he realised he wasn't going to take the catch, so he went to push it back in. Very, very difficult. Look at the speed it goes, and on the ropes. Now, could he have held his ground and just jumped straight up to try to take the catch and straight back down? Easy from up here. I reckon there probably was a chance just to go straight up there rather than to go backwards. Rossington perhaps gets away with one. Single taken over to Holden. Deep square and deep backward point are the 2 back. The ring of fielders otherwise. Tough for the right arm to the left-hander now, I'd suggest, from the pavilion end. That line of trying to keep it straight, that's what he's got to go with again. Holden steps across, tries to access the onside, and he does. Fine of the mid-wicket. Deep square won't get there on the short boundary. Get hold of it. Not enough. Losing past Friday night score, he's on to 23. To smear it into the onside. And smothered in the end. Brilliant from Clark. Slow ball Yorker, completely does for Rossington. For Holden, absolutely outstanding from the Surrey bowler. Executing perfectly. Come back from the boundary before as well. Much for the release. Hard to pick. It's beautifully into the block hole. Pace off, look at it loop and dip. And a punch of the air from Clark. Tracks before the ball before that one. Well, we talked about it, but he had to go with a straight line all the way and mix it up he did. Holden 23 from 19, a good cameo, a decent start. Middlesex 37 for 1 after 5. Well, Josh de Carey's is sent up ahead of Leas Deploy. Interesting move. 2 right-handers, so it breaks up the right-hand left-hand combination. Deploy was at 3 on Friday. Change of ends for Topley, and a change of fortune. 15 off his first over, a wicket with the first ball of his second. Both openers removed in consecutive deliveries. Rossington slicing that one down the throat of deep third. Small catch in the end this time. He got away with one. Long leg in the last over. Doesn't get away with this. Big boundary, arguably would have been 6 at the other end, even with a slice. Rossiter's got to go. Topley strikes. He's gone for 6. 6:37 for 2.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Well, he didn't commit 3, but he was only a delivery away from it. Coming in for the skipper, Leas Deploy. So 2 batters yet to face. Straddled across and over. Topley 15 off his first over at the pavilion end. Now to the nursery. Long leg and deep backward square set back. Step to the leg side for him to deploy. That was a leading edge. Again, it's hit the stumps here. Left arm to left-hander from the nursery end. It's always similar to right arm to right hand from the pavilion. In some ways, you've got that short boundary into the offside. So Topley will be trying to be deadly accurate on the stumps here. With that side off. Give you much of a margin on the leg side. Down the track, down the ground. Has he got enough of it? No, he hasn't. And the catch is held. It's a brilliant catch on the move. Well, he put down a dolly earlier on, Curran. He doesn't make any mistake with the biggest one of all for Middlesex. It's a wow to begin the over for Topley. Wicket dot wicket. And it's Leas Deploy that they've picked up early. Down Holden, on the leading edge at mid-off of Topley, of Clark indeed. And this one, that's a difficult chance over his shoulder, on the turn, on the move. Deploy looking to maximise what he can in the power play. Depart second ball, 37 for 3. Caleb Faulkner joins Josh De Carey's out in the middle. Difficult situation to come in here. Century losing cause in the World Cup final. Under 19s, Caleb Faulkner. 100 call up thereafter. Second blast game for him, fourth professional game for Middlesex. He's off the mark, first ball with a single. So De Carey's now will face. Came in at 3. He's since seen the number 4 depart and he hasn't faced a ball yet. Number 5 faced ahead of him. Well, there's a little bit of damage limitation now for Middlesex that this doesn't go horribly wrong at the off. Across from Topley. They've gone with the slip again, Surrey. They'll know. Right now they can do an awful lot of damage to this Middlesex top order. So the slip comes back in. Deep point, deep backward square. Topley will have a little bit more freedom here from the nursery and left arm over to the right handle, as we just saw that last delivery, able to angle it across. Back to the straight line, just the single for De Carey's. 2 singles, but 2 wickets in that over. Rossington and Deploy falling within the space of 3 deliveries to begin the over. Power play ends. So Middlesex won the toss, they're 39 for 3. That's Debenham and Warren standing along as the third umpire. Mr. Hinks is the match referee for this one. Right, over to Yusuf Majid. First look at spin and given a treatment by De Carey's with the reverse. Oh, the steward, is he alright? Thumbs up, I think. Fabulous from Deploy. Well, from De Carey's. Fortunately, the steward seems to have had his eyes on it to some extent. If he didn't, that could have been really nasty. He's just pushed it over the bar with his fingers. Toe end from De Carey's enough. The right hander. Thought he was going to york himself for a moment, but he gets something on it. It's Faulkner. Toe end for Faulkner. Oh, chipped up and over the bowler. Leading edge. Lobs the keeper. It's the final day of the Premier League season, so there's going to have to be a few football cliches thrown in on this one. Look for two, but it should just be the single here. It's to the right hand of the fielder. In the 7th. 6 for 3. Being sledged by my producer in that I'm using football puns today on the final day of the Premier League season, but I refused to use Eurovision puns last weekend. There are some standards by which even I will not lower myself. Oh, now. Is this a magic hat? Is this Eurovision? Pull away the blanket and disappear. It is a sun trap here at Lord's today. You do have to be careful in all seriousness. Abbott's first over. The feet from Faulkner. It's a fair bit of experience though. Sean Abbott, 34 years of age now, turned 34 in February, born in Windsor, New South Wales. 29 ODIs and 29 T20 internationals for the Australian. Got away nicely for a single. 48 for 3. A little bit of in-swing there on that just before it pitched. It's a little more for the carries. Got to build the foundation again here, Middlesex. 49 for 3 with one to go, the 8th. There is a short boundary to launch towards as the innings progresses, but they've got to make sure that the footing underneath them is firm enough to begin with. Doesn't mean there's not a little bit of room for dynamism. Big step across. Big adaptation as well. So thinking about that onside again, he steps across and to manoeuvre to steer that ball in the end. Good from Abbott. Oh, the shirts out there. Coming out of the shade now into the sun. Free t-shirt. Like sunburn. Get down there. Right, back to Majid. And back in the wicket, Surrey. That's the 4th. Faulkner falls. Holds out to deep mid-wicket, going after the spinner. Looking for the big shot to the big boundary. First ball of the over. was a comfortable catch in the end out there on the rope. G following the batter, giving himself room, Faulkner. Big boundary. It was too big a task to overcome. Punch of the air from Majeed's, 50 for 4. Ryan Higgins. Well, Middlesex now not in trouble, but they're on the verge of it. Could be more trouble. Oh, a direct hit and he was gone. Higgins dabbing the single in between square leg and mid-wicket. They started close together, so there wasn't much of a gap there. I reckon he was gone for all the world here. Oh, might have just been home. Single to long on for De Carey's. Feels like De Carey's has to try and anchor this innings now for Middlesex. Opportunity for him in the sides. Sebastian Morgan out. Now Higgins on the sweep. It drops short. But the fielder down there. Certainly the top part of the bat from Higgins rather than the middle. Nearly looped up to the fielder. And 2 in the over for Majeed. '23 in September, Majeed. Thinking 2, it's just the one. Straight to Roy. First class match for Majeed. This is his 4th T20, 27 list A, under 19 international. Looking to break through at Surrey. Well, breaking through the offside there, Higgins, his first boundary. Leads into a lovely drive. Full toss from Abbott, just the single, he gets away with it. Ooh, slow ball bounce. It's Carey's, checks the umpires. Oh, well, they've had a point. Slaps but straight to cover. Lovely shot by Sexton. Does it get through? It doesn't. Couldn't have been better placed. But big boundary, and it didn't quite have the legs to get through them. A couple to finish. 4 off the over. Halfway stage. Middlesex winning the toss in the London Derby here at Lord's. 62 for 4. Screen here at Lord's, and as the projected score based on the current run rate, 124. I think even I could work that out, but Middlesex will have other ideas. I'm thinking minimum 100 off the back 10. Someone's got to get in though. Somebody needs to find a 50, you fancy. Bits and pieces contribution here in the second 10, much as the first. Was up to a very similar run rate, you would imagine. Reverse picks out the fielder. They've done that a lot today, Middlesex. Hit the fielders. Oh, through the legs. Just past the off stump. This will get a couple. Of inside and outside edges so far from Middlesex. Watch this one. Going for the reverse. It's going for the switch hit. Goes again, wrapped on the pads, trouble and gone. The line was straight, and Majid was full of conviction in that appeal. He knew it. Takeri's looking to access the short boundary with the switch again. Well, he got away with it the ball before, not this time. Pretty plump. Majid knew it. Straight away. Middlesex lose their 5th. Takeri's departs. They're 65 for 5. Fernandez there on the left running out a drink for Ryan Higgins. Looks like hot work, looks like hard work. Really shirking a tough task, Luke Holman. Highlights from cameo defeat here against Surrey last year in the Blasts. Needs plenty more than a cameo today from the Blast. He's got a long while to bat here. 2 overs to go of the innings. For Holman. For Higgins, Middlesex are nearly at the point where they've got to think about being there at the 18th over minimum. Perhaps even the 19th. Gohar, Bosch, Helm and Cornwell to come, so in Gohar and Bosch, and Helm indeed Cornwell a big hitter, but they desperately need a partnership now, Middlesex. Over bowled here at Lords. Middlesex winning the toss, 66-5. Just a single to Higgins again, but economical, just 8 off his first 2 overs. Signals. Slips out from Abbott. Oh. Go. He's found it now. Nice shot from Holman. His first boundary, much needed for Middlesex. Single's finished the over. 75 for 5. Start the over, Majid looking to turn the screw previously, but now Lawrence given his turn. leg sweep from Higgins, but it's a big boundary and they've set the fielders back. They're happy to allow the single. For Holman, cover comes up. Extra cover also in, long off and deep backward point, deep mid wicket, long on. Deep backward square. More. Oh, could even think about a third here with a tumble, but trying to get the throw in, he lost his footing. I think he's okay. It was just purely his momentum. Seems fine. Team bowled 81 for 5. Middlesex just trying to scramble something towards a respectable total here. Well, that has to be minimum 150. That's going at 10s from here. It's going to go at 10s. 12s from here. It's going to be a tall order. It needs something brilliant from somebody. First, although it needs this partnership, they will have to play their hand pretty late in the piece. Middlesex when they begin their charge. Big in swinger. Higgins looks back at the toe end of his bat, miscued completely because of that swing. Slapped and down. Topley at extra cover. Holman survives. Targeting the short boundary. Well, he'll be feeling extremely lucky for one reason. But he'll also feel as though he's missed out there. It's a bit of a gimme outside the off stump. Not quite expecting it. A little flat-footed maybe as a result. Oh, nothing flat-footed about that. Beautifully uppercut by Holman. 4 more. 58 for 5 after 14. It's back to Curran. To run it. Short third, short fine leg up inside the circle. Long on his back, deep mid wicket, deep backward square. Cover point is back, so too is deep backward point, quite fine. Short third up inside the circle. Oh, Higgins nearly bowled by his own bat. Well, I say bowled by his own bat. He has hit his wicket and he's gone. The bat did hit the wicket in the end. Well, I thought it missed it, but it did dislodge a bail. Higgins won't believe it. Gone for 13. But he lost the bat in his hand. Knocked out of his hand, over his head. Well, have you seen that before? There goes the bail. He can't believe it. Curran can't. I don't think I've ever seen that. Higgins looks around. He'll have heard it before he saw it. Clatter. Knocked out of his hand. And slipping as it goes over his head. Well, terrible way to go for Higgins. Big blow struck by Curran. Middlesex are 89 for 6.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
So, Ethan Bosch. It's not so much a case of giving it a bash right now. Got out their overs, Middlesex. 6 down. Zafar Gohar to come. And Helm and Cornwell. A dab for a single first ball, Bosch. It's 2 for 6 after 15. No breeze today. Bright blue sky, searing heat. Temperatures cranked up here in this Middlesex batting lineup. They're going to need something brilliant at the end just to give them something to bowl at. 200 posted on Friday, Middlesex 180 plus in reply. Nice little shuffle from Harman, just a single. Singles to start the over. So Curran comes across to have a chat. Feels like the scoring options to the onside here for Holman. Got to cross him though. Brilliant stop. And into a single. So Curran low to his left. To Bosch. Offering the onside fully to Holman, but up comes that fielder there. You can see from what was deep backward square to backward point, still covering long off back. Bush get it over that extra cover. There's a lot of room there. Looks to go to the short boundary, deep square and deep mid wicket back. I actually feel he's missed out there, Bosch. Two here, it is wide of the long off, and they'll get back comfortably for the second innings. It's good cricket. Into the 16th. 6. Just to run a ball at the moment. To dramatically change that in the final 4 overs at the end. They're 98 for 6. Scatter blast at Norse. Scattered into the crowd. Sure, well hydrated. Was there? No, there wasn't. Well, Topley's on. He's asking the question in the end. I did wonder. I thought they'd go up for it. They didn't. It was then a belated attempt to suggest, well, of course there was an edge umpire. So I didn't go up earlier. That's his father Don here the other evening. I believe in the pavilion today. It's up in the air, but it's in front of the fielder. It's the one bounce. 4 more for Holman. 25 off 19. Holman, Middlesex's hopes lie at the moment. single after the boundary, back to Bosch. Now the leading scorer in the innings, going past Holden, who'd given it that nice start, 23 from 19. It's 25 from 19 for Holman. Sorry, 26 from 20 now. Carey's 16 from 15, Higgins 13 from 16. What can Bosch do? Tucked up, just the single found. They're both big hitters, these two. Right-handed, left-handed as well. There's Noah Cornwell in the background. The only man that I've ever seen clear the grandstand here at Lord's. You're wide. Does that go down as a chance? Topley thinks so. The ball before, width again on this. Towed to deep cover. Oh, yes, it was a chance. It was a tough one though, and through it goes. Put down. Very tough chance. Put down for 4. .12 off the over with the singles finish. 109 for 6. 110, sorry, for 6. 3 to go. Those empty white seats. You can see in the background. I'll tell you that. Number in here today, but they are desperately staying in the shade where they can. There's a spare seat in the house if the seat is in shade. Just fine of the fielder. Topley coming in. Right, Bosch against Curran. Curran will come back over the wicket, having been around to tuck up the left-hander because of the short boundary. And they'll come over the wicket and keep it outside that off stump. So running it's an option with a short third inside the circle. Swinging across the line here will certainly be on Bosch's mind with that short boundary. Would have been a wide. They're going to run through for the single. Slow ball Yorker, I think, was the attempt. Running outside the off stump, but slipping out from Curran, it would have been a wide. Shot. Brilliant fielding again. Sam Curran saving the boundary, just the single once more. He's shelled a couple of catches there. They've been expensive so far. That's a falling not long after. Relatively cheaply in return. Right, short boundary in play. So is the top tier. They're looking up and away. How far? Don't think we're looking at another one clearing the stands. It's up in that top tier somewhere. So if we can follow it. Does the seat move in the top stand there? It was up above them lot. How far up? 6, it's a big one. So Kyron Pollard hit Tim Murter onto that roof. To clear the roof though, as Cornwell did. It's facing Ben Green, bowling for Somerset at the time. Sweet pickup shot on the top of the stand. Stuck on that roof somewhere. It was up there, rolled around and got wedged in behind something. You could see it. It may or may not be the same match that Pollard hit Udall on the top of the pavilion, but it didn't clear the pavilion as such because it hit a lift shaft or a chimney at the back, which apparently wasn't there. And Trotz cleared the pavilion. Edged away, 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 6. Well, this is the jolt they needed at the end. They'll take them any way that they come. Wide ball. Turn off the over, and then the wide pay, last ball of the over, and the boundary here. It's targeting 150. Anything above that at this stage would have been a real get out of jail free card from Middlesex. It'll be a wide again. 15 off the over. It's coming down. How does it go for the wide Yorker once more? There's Bosch doing. Does he try and step across? Does he stand his ground and look to run that ball with short third inside the circle? Oh dear. Something's gone wrong. Really slipped out. Tom Curran. See the release. How long was it? Dragged wide of long on. Single rejected. Wants the strike with bowling from the pavilion edge. Thump that ball into the grandstand, I assume. .26 for 6 then. Holman 33. 16 off that over. The innings was 16. By next, it was 15 against Topley. Reserves. Right. Clark. From low from the pavilion end, squirt a single down to long on, which in some ways makes an oddity of rejecting the single off the last ball of the last over, unless I missed something. Bosch looking to access the gap. Oh, and he does for 6. That's a big shot from Bosch. He was eyeing up the catch all the way. Just to turn back the clock, he might have just gone trying to parry it back into play because it was close enough, but just out of reach for the catch. Would have been there to parry it back in. Oh, well, now is it 6 or 4? 4. So that would have been a massive shot from Bosch. Back onside the boundary, pitch towards the top side of the square. There it is. Connery from Clark, going for 14 from 2.3 now. Slow ball wide. Slips down the slope on the leg side. Cut-offs in 1 minute, so it looks as though Surrey could be bowling that final over with the fielder up inside the circle. Extra fielder inside the circle. There's the scampered single off these two, and Clark and Holman with the slight collision. Would have been interesting should that have run him out. Added, so it's gone up from 19 to 20 past the cut-off. Rejecting a single again. Down the track comes Holman and says no to the single. Last ball of the over and single rejected. Is that for the right-hander to go for the short boundary? Was it last ball of the previous over they rejected the single so the left-hander could go to the short boundary? I'm missing something here. There's 3 singles they've rejected in the last 2 overs. So it will be from the nursery end to finish. They've made it inside the time to start this over. So it's only 4 inside the circle, 5 back still. Made the cut-off, but only just. So there's the step across from the right-hander and a single taken first ball of the over. Body, single more. To Bosch to swing across the line to the short boundary. Do well to make the 150 now. Oh, this had to be the minimum really that Middlesex were looking to get on the board here, 150. Well, it's got to be power play wickets for the hosts. Swing and a miss, or ball toply. Line of length across the right-hander, just short of a length, and that bounce kicks up over the swing. That goes a long, long way. Where does that end up? Everybody's looking for it. Has he cleared it? No. It's dropped down into the turn below. I don't know whoever protected the little fellas from that. Hammered. Where does it hit? Middle tier or top tier? Oh, there we go. Yes, no, they might turn this into 2. They're going to try to do so, but Bosch will be run out. Six, a single and run out. He's looking back to see the confirmation, but I don't think it's way in doubt, is it? Bosch keeps going. There's a fair way out, he is. So he is going to have to go. There's the confirmation, he's off. 42 for 7, will that be revised to? We're awaiting the decision apparently still, but as we've seen, as everybody on the ground will know already, given that Bosch is off. It's not telling many people much on the big screen. Nice shot there. So Bosch is gone. So he has 1 ball to bowl, 1 ball left in the Middlesex innings. So Tom Helm will have strike. His first ball, the last of the innings, and for all the world you'd imagine he'll be swinging to the short boundary here. Here's Topley, last ball of the innings. There's the swing, inside out into the offside. They'll look to run hard for 2. They'll put pressure on the fielder, and oh, yes, no in the end. Yes in the end, I'm not quite sure which one it was. They'll get the single, but they'll get nothing more. They'll finish 142 for 8. Batted first. I know they're a long way short here, Middlesex. Helm would have been on that second. He runs the first hard, taps in. I don't think there was any hesitation. He kept coming. There was a moment's hesitation there, but made no real difference at all. He knew he'd be gone as soon as he turned for the second, as long as the throw was true, and it was. Well, 143 is 144 indeed is the target for Surrey to win. 2 joiners back in just under 15 minutes here at Lords for the chase. One that Surrey will very much be expected to secure, but we shall find out if it is a funny way with outcomes we don't expect. Join us back on the live stream here at Lords with myself, Kevin Hand, brought to you in association with Daffodil.
action.
All the fun and all the games.
They all start here with All Stars Cricket. All new experiences for everyone.
All over the country.
Every session is all-out action all the time. All welcome, all invited. Even mums and dads.
Skills,
Friendships, smiles, dreams.
it all happens here. All you need is delivered right to your door. Best of all, it even has your name on it.
All the activators are fully trained, and all they want is for us to have a great time.
Always.
Laugh, ball.
Catch, throw, try it all.
It's time to go all in, all together.
And it all starts with All Stars.
All you need to get started is at allstarscricket.co.uk.
Power your play this holiday at Dynamo's Cricket.
And that's a big moment in the match. Here and now 365. Amplifying brands in the UK.
Everybody, and welcome back to Lords. Chase about to get underway. 144 the target for Roy Thomas and co. Early spin for Middlesex to start after Gohar from the nursery end. Chance to bat as Helm sent it ahead of him for the right-hander option to swing to the short boundary. Surrey make short work of this chase. Hard to begin. Top ball first up, is it? No, they get through for the single. The ball deflects and deployed to the Careys. Oh, nicely bowled. There's a little bit of bass involved there, I think. Yes. Thomas looks at his inside edge. About the danger zone. So he'll be in no rush, but equally they'll want to maximise as best they can this power play. Drilled in really by Gohar on that one, just a single for Thomas. Power rate of 7.34. Nicely bowled. Piece of the outside edge. Looking to snap the wrists. Inside edge. Feeling he was close again. Feeling he was a couple of inches at the middle of the bat there, and a huge shot to the short boundary, but two without loss after the opening over. Six flying start. First over. 16 off it, 16 then. 18th. Passed in between was pretty tough. Cornwell, Beeling end. A solid start from him as well. Good margin for error for Middlesex here. Crucially, that wickets column, you had to start racking them up quickly to make this chase any sort of challenge for Surrey. Ball again, another dot ball. 6 dot balls out of the first 8 and no boundary. Start Middlesex desperately needed. It's not going to be enough though. They do have to power through with wickets. Wow. Now we saw a little bit of this in the Middlesex innings. That ball's gone straight through Roy. Chags off the surface and boom. Over the middle and off. Just a little bit of late swing, in fact. Adjusting the line to the surface. Off that one. Surrey's lowest total in T20s against Middlesex. 146 here at Lords in 2019. So Middlesex are going to have to better that with the ball if they're to win this one. That's what they're up against. It'll be wide. A run. 3 off the over. 6 without loss. As well. Adding to the total. Right, time for Bosch. Ethan Bosch. Big 6 from Bosch. And a big performance with the ball now, Middlesex. That gets away, first ball, wide slip in place. For the first boundary of the Surrey innings. Squeezes off that edge. Squeezes past the wide slip. distance, but as far as Helm on the floor. Going to have to acclimatise fast here. Bosch to Lord's conditions. A couple of championship games here, one blast game. Now facing Surrey in a London derby. Slip coming out. Mid-wicket deployed. Higgins, you can see in front of you there. Third, just that one boundary so far, but Middlesex noting his only wickets that will give him a chance here. Into the ground. Good number of dot balls racking up though, and that will give Middlesex a little bit of hope as well that they can keep the dot balls racking up. That will build some pressure. They're at 375, required 7-7. That won't worry Surrey even for a moment. Far from being a wide, but a slight angle with the camera there, as you can see. The line not quite as clear for us as it is for the umpire. That was inside the blue tram line. Now there's the first open up to the short side, and a boundary it is. Bookending the over with fours. He's decided something had to go, and that one did. Through Bosch. He moves to 11. Roy has one. The strike as well. It's 14 without loss after 3. It was good opening over from Cornwell at the pavilion end. He's back for his second, the second at that end. How good an over it was, but how desperate Middlesex are for this breakthrough, believing that Cornwell was the best bet. Tucks him up again, Roy, the one that went through him in the previous over over the top of the stumps. Let's look whether there's a little bit of late swing just off the surface as it nips back in at him. Down the track from Roy now. Well, one thing that this has shown, the Surrey start, it is just as difficult for Surrey as it was for Middlesex to lay bat on ball at times. There's a little bit of movement out there. From 7, and Surrey are going to have to find their way in a moment. So we're able to put a couple of wickets on the scoreboard now. It really would make the power play interesting. Up, it'll be a leg by. Middlesex will happily concede that. Another swing, another miss. Certainly eyeing up these connections. Surrey. Deep backward square and deep backward point. The two that you can't see, they're the two allowed outside the circle at this stage. Oh, and again, Cornwell, how's that not bowled him? It's gone straight through. Bouncing over the top of the stumps. Oh. There is a lot of bounce in this surface, and I think that's why the batters perhaps struggle to make contact. You see it on that one perfectly there, really. Make clean contact. Saw a lot of edges in the Middlesex innings. Dropping a single. Very, very good over. Just the 2 off it. 4 bowled, 16 without loss. The quiet rate has climbed to 8. And if you were to put a couple of wickets on that now, then all of a sudden we may well have a game on our hands here. But it's the wickets column that will make this. Middlesex won't be able to defend it in terms of the rates. These 2 or any 2, 1 will get in given times. Keeping those wickets coming and not letting somebody, certainly a partnership, get going. Tom Helm has been masterful over the years, particularly here at Lords in the blasts. I need every bit of it from him right now. Good start, great start. Thomas is gone, swinging for the short side across the line. A little feather through to Rossington. Said they'll need the best of Helm, and they've seen it already. Line length, nipping away. And couldn't really be a better start, a better ball. There it goes. Just nips away from the right-hander, taking that edge. We might just have a game on our hands here at Lords in the London Derby. 16 for 1. Surrey in the 5th. Ollie Pope comes out to join Jason Roy, two very big names. Both Surrey and England over the years. Hasn't been able to break through just yet. He's been there or thereabouts in squads, training camps, and pretty much every year in the England jersey. Bowling, but never playing his country. It's in the blast that you do see the very best of Helm on a regular basis. It's a fine day. Let's produce a Helm special if you can. Slip back in play. And the wide slip in, interestingly. Pope just turns a single first ball. He undoubtedly would have expected that one on the stumps. First up. From Helm again. Lift and movement. And swatting at thin air. Comes down Prods away at the surface. We've talked about there being a bit of seam movement out there, but mostly it seems to be late swing, just adjusting the line of this ball on the slope here at Lord's. Big difference. Batters looking for those sweet connections they're so accustomed to in the blast. Takes him up next ball. This is good from Helm. Wicket and a single so far. One's come. Well, whatever happens in the final over of the power play now, there's 7 balls left of this power play. If Middlesex could put one more wicket on this power play, then they will know that they have something of a chance in this. Outside the line, stepping across, looking to access the short boundary, a leg by taken. So just the single conceded by Helm, 1 for 1 of his opening over. 18 for 1 after 5. Middlesex women making their way around for a net. They're up next against Leicestershire women in League 2, the Women's Blast. Leg stump out of the ground. Roy's gone for 2. Cornwell's into the wickets now, and Middlesex have a couple of wickets in the power play. From the pavilion end, bringing it back in with the slope, top of leg. We've seen it a couple of times from Cornwell already, going through Jason Roy. It's going through Thomas as well. Simon goes through the top of the middle of leg stump. Cartwheeling out of the grounds. Double punch of the air. A big wicket for Middlesex. 18 for 2, Surrey. Well win this, they might still do it at a canter, but Middlesex have given themselves an almighty chance here. Quarter of the way through the chase, 18 for 2 on the board, chasing 144. That lowest score by Surrey against Middlesex could be under threat here. If it is, Middlesex put on a show with the ball. Thinking about 2 slips even now. Look at this. Higgins, they check him. Sam Curran in the power play, 2 slips. Middlesex have got their tails up. Surrey will know if they bat out their overs, they'll be very, very close to winning this. The wickets column is their greatest danger, which sounds obvious to say, but hang in there, the runs will come. It's a short boundary on one side. Come on, bowler, having an off day. Oh, the run is taken, the throw comes in. It may well have gone. Go hard with the throw from short, fine leg. There was no hesitation, he went, and I think he'd have been home just. Curran may not have been there if the throw went to the other end. Does this get through? It does. A welcome boundary for Surrey. Hopes first. There's a chance there. Grabbed it. It's Higgins coming around in front of him. Then De Carey sets off to chase in vain. Good comeback from Cornwell. Over signals. He was a little unlucky on a head height delivery in the Middlesex innings. I think Pope feeling likewise there, but consistency the key. Looks like hard work in the background, puff of the cheeks from the snapper. Hot day. Words. Leading up on the field as well, Holman with the throw, but back in his ground is Pope, having thought about a single. 5 off the over, got a wicket to begin, and the power play is done. 23 for 2, Surrey. Middlesex with 39 for 3 at the end there. Luke Holman, one of those that gave Middlesex some hope at the bat. He's now got the ball in hand, looking full of beans as ever, full of chat. Left-hander first up. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket, deep cover, long off, long on. 3 up on the left side, protecting that short boundary. Switching the deep point. Deep cover, it was deep cover, he's gone to deep points. Point has gone to cover. Trying to keep it straight here. Deep point is much protecting a reverse or a switch as opposed to a wide ball from Holman. Single, and that would be Surrey would be best advised to do at the moment. Put away the big shots, just get the scoreboard ticking, singles, partnership, build the pressure. It's a modest chase. One reasonable partnership will put them pretty close, you'd think. Nice from Holman. Slides it across Curran. Got away again. Tipping down below 4 once more. Can get out of the over, the leg spinner. Eyes the short boundary. For with a late cut. Through it goes to the gloves of Rossington. 7 bowls, 26 for 2. Sorry. Need a partnership here. For 3 at the end of the power play. 46 for 3 after the 7th, Middlesex. Middlesex grouped together a couple of wickets. Rossington that fell in quick succession after Holden went first. That one we just saw. That'll go, I think. Good chase given by Faulkner. A good chunk of it from Curran. Surrey won't panic and they mustn't. It will come if you hang in there. That one somewhat, but fine at the mid-wicket, the mid-on. So Floyd catches it with a couple. For a moment, not long though. Fine of the gully, wide of the deep third, 4 more. Sorry, let's get the motor and get them going in this chase. Pressure back onto the hosts. Find these wickets. Top the dot balls, but they've got to rack up a few more wickets at the same time. So for 2, can be done. It's a big boundary down there. Top for Cornwell, so economical into this until this over, 12 off it. Bowling through as well. Bold decision by Deploy. Sometimes it does so happen that the batter starts to get a flavour of the bowler. They bowl through in a spell like this in the blast. Finishes at 2 dots. 12 off it, finishes with 1 for 22 from 4. Well, it's going to give his side a chance, that's for sure. Plenty of dot balls and a big wicket. Jason Roy. So 38 for 2 after 8. Coleman. It's for him from the spinner. options as well to come into the attack. Still Middlesex. It's got to be working go early on just to see how he fares in this. A little bit of swing out there. Higgins nibbles it. Use the feet. Wasn't quite there, Pope, but he manages to shove it with as much of the face of the bat as he can manage to Elias deploy. Falcons view. Reverse goes up and over, clears the infields, and nearly finds the rope. That's very good from our corner. Man finishing a bowling spell, getting down, diving over. Shades of Angus Fraser about the way he fielded this. The end of a spell. See Gus charging away after a long spell like this and throwing himself around in the field. Or am I just imagining it? Hold of that, but oh! Is it held? Well, they're checking, and it's given by the fielder. The batter's still waiting. He hit it hard. Thought with the short boundary might have a chance of clearing the field. Grab, third attempt, third time lucky. He doesn't feel so lucky, he feels relieved. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. You don't often see it at the third grab. But Bosch somehow managed to keep his foot in, keep his mind, keep his patience. And well, the relief was there to see at the end. Third wicket falls, Surrey 42 for 3. Lawrence has joined Sam Curran just at the point when Surrey were looking like they were going to get going. Big wicket in so many ways. And to wait to make sure that he was indeed caught cleanly. No doubt about it. Checks the field, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square, deep cover. And a single stroked into the offside. Let's bring on the 9th. I reckon one more wicket at this stage is where we really start to feel there's a game on here at Lord's. Dot ball, and pointing where he wanted to hit it. 9 bowled, 43 for 3. Bosch looked a relieved man when he held onto that catch to get rid of Pope. Drilled on the sweep, right-hander. And here he is with the ball in hand. Pavilion end for Bosch. He started at the nursery. It'll be all about that